What's going on YouTube? JDad Workouts here. So today's mission, we're doing a chair repair. It's my little kid's chair, one of them. We got 4 of them. There's our dining room table as well. We use a kid's table. We saving on space. So yeah, chair broke, kid fell on it a while ago. LD free time, hashtag LD free time. So we're gonna work on it. And yeah, see what we get to. Yeah, you could probably just buy a new one, but you know what? I want to start trying to, save and or reuse old things. And this is an old thing, and I can save it, I'm thinking. So I already marked out some wood that I'm going to use to replace it. Here and here, we got the tools to cut it down to match 20 mil thickness, length, width, depth, all that shit, thickness, whatever the fuck. So that's where we're at. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. Representing Canada today. Yeah, some crazy stuff going on over there. The whole whatever you want to call it. Apparently you're gonna need like passports to do certain things around the community. That's a bit bullcrap in my opinion. I'm pro-choice. Everybody makes up their own mind. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm not telling you not to do it. Do what's right for you. If you think it's right for you to get it, get it. If you don't think it's right for you to get it, then don't get it. That should be up to every individual, and there should be no queries from anybody else about that. That's your personal choice. You know what I mean? Like, come on, it's just ridiculous. Anyways, we're actually fixing a chair today. I'm not trying to rant and rave about political bullshit because really I try to stay out of it, but I just thought that was really astounding that a free country is essentially on the brim of not being as free as they once were. That's scary. I mean, I know it's already happened in other places, and you know what? It really didn't hit home for me until it hit home, really. I think the rest of the world, we need to all wake up and realize what governments are doing, what they're not doing, and bring the freedom and the power back to the people. But again, that's not what I want this video to be about. Just a little bit of rant and rave. Fuck, this video will probably get deleted for it, who knows? I don't really care at this point. It is what it is, but again, everybody make up your own choice. Make up what's right for you. Weigh the pros, weigh the cons, fuck. Believe in the conspiracy theories, don't believe in them, I don't care, but make up your own choice. Make up your own mind. Don't let anyone tell you what you can and can't do or what you should or shouldn't do. Unless you're actually asking them for their opinion, then maybe take their opinion on with a grain of salt. I don't know. But again, it should be your choice, nobody else's. So luckily I got little screws to replace that because the one of the screws that was in there has broke. So first I'm just taking apart the chair so that we can make sure the pieces of wood that we have to replace it are gonna work. And of course, not everything goes according to plan. So, as we can see, they've also glued this on. So this back one is also glued on, and that's actually pretty good and secure. So although I didn't really want to, I might just throw some kind of support in there and then screw in some extra support. So it might just be the leg that we're replacing today. That's all fallen out and rotten or broken or whatever. So we're just gonna fix it up. Yeah, that's attached pretty hard out there. This screw's broken. That's the one that's broken in there, and the other one's not coming out for whatever reason. So this might be like the last. Oh, what you keep flipping you around. This might be like the other video the other day where I hit you guys up with little updates on how it's going. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Cheers, see you in a moment. Right, so we got our hearing protection on. No safety glasses, but that's okay. If you got safety glasses, use them. I don't at this point. We're gonna be using this bad boy over here, the skill saw. It's wonderful. Be careful, it'll rip your fucking face off. So first things first, I want this to be roughly 20 mil thick. So we're gonna take this lovely attachment here. We're gonna put it through. You don't have to, but I like to disarm the battery. I don't want this thing jumping and biting my fingers, not that it should, because my fingers aren't on the trigger. But you know what? There is somewhat safety first. Right. So now that I've tightened that up, we'll double check it. .22-ish. That's not bad. Now I want to make sure that I'm saving the 22 of the side that I actually want, which is that side there. So, haha, battery is going to help us, isn't it? Now you can reattach your battery. Step on your piece of wood. And I also want to make sure I'm down as far as I can get with this. Right. Woohoo! Right. Now, we only need it to be that wide, and it tapers down here at the bottom, but we're going to run straight line right through. And of course, you know, oh, I love to pack right. So my pencil that I did have is now in the shop, which is okay, because at least luckily we got something the width that we want. So hold that there, go like that there, tighten that there, boom. Should be perfectly set up for what we want. Now, again, we don't need this full length, this full height of the blade. And I don't want to cut up my beautiful bench that I got down here. You know, that would just really gut me if I cut my beautiful saw table up. Sweet. So again, we want to make sure that we're going on the side that we want to keep. Battery is always helping. Feel that sawdust blow in your face. Sweet. This is the piece we're keeping here. We now have it 20 mil thick. We have it, I think, 55 mil thick, which is the same as that. Same as that. Now we just need it to be the same as that. So this end wasn't so bad, but I didn't want to get too close to this side. This side had some knots in it that I didn't want, so I avoided that by just moving my piece into the middle of what I wanted. Now we can take off this attachment here. If you really wanted, I could adjust the height again, but we're not going to cut on top of the table right now. We're just going to go right beside. And we're gonna tie up dreadlocks because I just see danger happening. Found a couple of good ones here. I mean, they're all good, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Lengthwise. Boom, done. And you know what? Just to make sure that we are on key here. So I actually just want to be a little bit on the left of my line that I've drawn. Dang well, nearly perfect, just like me. Right, folks, let's get back to where we got a pencil and we can draw some more stuff out. Right, so we're still gonna need to do more cutting on the we need to cut ourselves a chunk out of this to reinforce the back of that chair. Other than that though, we should be all right. I think this is going quite well actually. Something like so. Nice angled. Same angle that has. Exact same angle because I just fucking took it right off there, didn't I? Next we want to do, we want to figure out this by that, which is really easy because we had a handy dandy tape measure which I think we left outside. Wonderful. If you're doing that cut, you could either do one of two things. You could draw your line this way, down this way, and then out that way. And you could do a bunch of little cuts this way, and then chisel it out. Or you could just do, it's a bit sketchy. It'd be better if I had a table saw, it really would. Do a cut down this way, as in like down here. And then do a cut down this way, and hopefully they meet up. But yeah, let's go grab a tape measure. It's my umbrella, in case it rains. Here it is. And actually, might be able just to use that for the reinforcing of the back of the chair. So yeah. Right. If I had a square, this would be better as well. So you take that measurement, which we are looking at is going to be 6 centimeters. So we're going to go 6 cm down. Go with a fine tip pencil. 6 there. 6 there. Because I want to be able to see this line. Grab the thicker pencil. This will be the fun one. So this is 2 centimeters thick. This is pretty much taking off 5 centimeters, or 5 millimeters. The attitude of the young is hilarious sometimes. Trust me, not all the time. Oh, sometimes you just gotta laugh, otherwise you're gonna go crazy. If you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you will. Anyways, back to it. Doing some more cutting. Back out to the sawhorse. Uh-oh, we're in the options. What's going on now? There we go. Alright. So now, what we want to do, that's, I know it's been messing with me the whole time, but I love taking the battery out in order to check my heights and stuff. Again, your finger should never be close to the trigger, but you never know. It's that one time you have a slip up that you're gonna end up at the fucking hospital. Alright. Forget what my dad was making one time. I was just a kid, heard him come running up the stairs. I also heard him cussing out a lot when he did it. He smashed one of his fingertips with a router. Just chewed it right off. Dad, if you're watching this, throw it out in the comments if you remember what you were making when you did it. I know it had something to do with wood, that's all I know. Maybe a cabinet or something. I don't know. It was pretty interesting. He cussed out a lot. Don't know if a guide is going to help us with this one. I don't know if I should even attempt this, but so that's where that danger came into play. I could have probably really hurt myself there. Don't try that one at home. Now, just to risk fate, I have to, after I just told you not to. There we go. Now, we only want like 5 mils. That's about 10 mils. So again, that move would have been a lot better if I had a table saw, and or if I actually had chisels. I don't have either, so I just played a very dangerous game of don't cut myself. Luckily I won that round so far. Sweet. So there we go. That's now been trimmed. There's an uglier side and a nicer side. And at least it's not blood stained. Right. Hit me up in the comments on how stupid that was. Anyways. Moving right along, as long as I have both my hands. Also, I could, because this thing can cut through metal, I could just cut that screw off, but they've buried it like halfway through that piece of wood. So even if I save that, I don't feel like it's worth trying to save. That's again why I'm now mucking about, trying to mimic the shapes and everything of that. Lots of fun. Yeah, pretty much. Next thing I'm gonna do is probably make that cut just to save myself some sanding time. Then we're gonna sand it. I'll bring you back when I start sanding. Right, so we got the sander and we got the cutter. So we're gonna cut that shape off. Shouldn't be too dangerous this time. And yes, you just saw me do that in 2 stages because it has a bit of a curve, so I cut off straight and then I went back in at a different angle. You're probably not going to be able to hear very much because that's quite loud, but I'm going to leave you going. So this is 80 grit. That other leg had quite the round on it. I probably won't get there, not without spending a lot of time with the sander, or else using my multi-tool to shave off some of the edges. I don't feel like doing that. I don't think I need to. And yes, I should probably be wearing a mask. Not rounding the bottom too much because that's obviously what a chair is going to sit on, right? So just trying to take off any sharp corners. So if the kids have the chair on a funny angle, they're not scraping themselves on a nice sharp corner. Hello, Spider. How about you go back home and not my beard, eh? So, don't know if you can see that. We're going from a nice 90-degree corner into these rounded off edges like that. Wonderful. That is a repurposed piece of wood. Hopefully for a chair. But that was 80 grit. That's a bit rough. So now we're gonna go 240. Yeah, you're probably supposed to go with the 120 or whatever, the 100 at least. Having it jump in between. I don't feel like it. So 240. Jeez, that 240. That is smooth. I like that. Right. Now, go back inside and see if we've done anything right. So, I know I'm not a carpenter. I know you guys aren't carpenters, and maybe you are, but tell me if you notice anything different. Like, that looks nice, right? That looks awesome. Okay, now look at this angle. See how it's got this curve on this side. We look at the leg at the back. What's going on? We're supposed to have the curve at that side. We just munted it all up. What do? Go like that. That's gonna throw it all off tilt, isn't it? Ah! All right, YouTube. So that wood was a piece of shit. I just went and made a cut without you guys and forgot why I wasn't cutting that into the wood. It's because it had a crack in it. So I had a natural crack in it that just split open. There's a couple other natural cracks in it right there. So this time I'll take you with me. We'll double check the wood's got no cracks, because we gotta double check these things nowadays. And then let you in on the good news. So I've talked to the client. The client is okay with a curve on the outside. If any of you know of the reason why, any of the legs have curves all going on to the inside, hit me up in the comments. If you don't know, well then you don't know, and neither do I, so we're all safe. Anyways, we're gonna go make a quick cut for the support piece in the middle of it. Then we're gonna screw it all together and this job's gonna be done. So let's smash it. Grab ya. Beautiful day, beautiful day. You got bunnies. And no, unfortunately I don't get to eat the bunnies. Bunnies are yum. But those are pets. Right. You all ready to get this job finished? That should have hell am. I got editing of this video to do yet. I'm gonna make dinner tonight. Maybe. Don't hold me to it. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Pushing buttons. I'm gonna keep you right there for a moment. Organize some tools. Quickly. What's that one? Okay, what's that one? Must be falling out that other one. Where is that other one? There's that other one. This way. So we got that. We want this battery out of that one. We want this battery out of that one. How big are those screws? They're definitely bigger than that. They're smaller than that. We need a medium-sized bit. That one's not too shabby. Yeah, that's good. That actually gives it some good life to fucking smash in on the sides yet. Right. Sweetness! So I get pretty excited when a job's nearly finished, as you may be able to tell. Alright, so first off, I know these screws weren't originally for this, but how deep is that going to go? Just barely deep enough, so that's really not the screw we want to be using. You guys can stay there. Talk to me. What's going on? Hit me up in the comments. Did I do a good job? Did I do a shit job? Could I have done something better? Should I change that leg around the other way? No, not change it. Realistically, remake the fucking leg. Should I do that? Hit me up. Let me know. Let me know what you know. That way I know what I know is wrong or right or frickin' bang on, spot on the money. That's a good one. We'll need a different bit though, of course, because you know, Phillips and Robinson just don't get along so well. And yes, I prefer Robinson myself. If you're all wondering or gonna ask in the comments, Robinson's where it's at. Don't ask me why, I just do. And that's the door slamming on that subject. So, what else is going on? Nice, solid, just the way we want it. Hardy screw. Could we find another one like that? That's nice. Chances are looking slim, so we'll go with these two screws because they look quite beefy as well. Nice. And so for the finishing product of this, we are going to countersink all these screws in just ever so slightly. Those are the screws I just used. I feel a lot safer sitting on a whole bunch of screws like that, screwed into the wood, than little screws like that. I don't care how many of those ones you got. Maybe I'm wrong. You carpenters, if you watch this and are having a good old laugh at me, hit me up. Am I right? Am I wrong? Is sometimes less penetration better? And yes, that's meant to be a bit of a pun. Fuck, have a laugh. It's okay. It's a children's chair, not a children's channel. If your kids are watching this, you should edit them. Censorship! Anyways, I'm willing to call that done. That's probably the most solid leg that's on there right now. Yeah, see, that one's loose. So really, I should beef up this corner as well. I might do that. I might do that right now. But you guys can have yourselves a great fucking evening. And stay safe. Your body, your rules. Goes for a lot of shit. So if you don't want something, don't do something. Cheer. Peace. Stay safe.